three guardians uncover a dastardly plot. Now they prepare with bravery, turning all of their cunning against the scaled foe. Fallowfell, the last revenge of the great dragon Shadow. For this, dear friends, is Dragonguard. So, here's how this goes down. You're able to walk back down the hallway. You came in. It doesn't heat up again.
Great.
Except as you cross the threshold of the end of the hallway on the other side.
No.
You walk through like the main chamber with all the skeletons with the open door. And you walk through the antechamber, and you're in the...
I just imagine it so slowly.
Stalagmites
walking along.
and
Ottoman.
How long does this take him? Like 10 hours?
For real. It's like clattering on the ground.
He's moving at a leisurely walking pace.
Ottoman paste.
But about two... But about
no,
like...
it's like clippity clops. Like I'm a horse that you can put your feet on, sort of.
With a sword and its freaking cushions.
So do your legs bend, or are they like Brave Little Toaster, kind of like clattering? I don't know.
No, they're like, for all intents and purposes, my legs move independently. They're like, they're slightly wiggly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
About 3 minutes after you exit the long hallway, you hear a giant explosion behind you.
Well, that was good.
Oh my god!
And
you killed us!
You get to the stalagmite chamber, stalactites, and you walk through it, and you get to the waterfall.
Oh god!
How are you getting out?
Oh god!
Well, I mean, it's okay. Ottomans can float, right?
I mean, sure they can float, but can they swim? That's the real question.
Apparently this Ottoman can do anything.
Do you remember where that waterfall empties?
Yeah, into a seemingly unending abyss.
Yeah, but only if he rolls poorly. Right? As long as he rolls good. I mean, he probably won't. But...
With our luck, probably.
Yeah, probably based on everything going. But he could... It's possible.
I
don't know what else you can do. I'm just saying, you probably just go for it. Maybe just go for it. You're our only hope. You gotta make it work. Somehow make it work.
I will say this. You, Kyle, if you, because I'm looking through your spells to just figure out what you can cast as an Ottoman. It's not a whole lot.
He just sings to himself.
No, I mean, I can
to keep himself sane.
I can do a bunch of things.
You can do a bunch of them, but a lot of them have material components, and you don't have material components anymore. Because they fused with your body. However, I will say that you can use Unseen Servant, because the material components for that are a piece of string and a bit of wood, both of which are part of your body.
Great, perfect, fantastic. Okay, so I can, do things. Perfect. All right, great.
I guess in hindsight, we probably shouldn't have tried to pull that sword.
We really shouldn't have gone into the cave.
Well, I mean, what was the worst that could happen?
You turn into an Ottoman.
Who would have ever predicted that? Who could?
Brought to you by Dragonguard.
Could my unseen servant potentially lift me?
Let me take a look. It has a strength of 2.
It has a strength of 2, so I can't imagine.
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just...
So it's like as weak as Mage Hand?
Yeah, it's stronger than the Mage Hand.
Yeah, but not by much.
Yeah.
What's worthless?
A strength of 2 is horrendously weak.
Yeah. He's just like a
sucks.
formless little dude. Like, give
Yeah.
him.
Sucks.
No, he's like, give him a break. Like, think of him like as like an amorphous shadow. Like he can kind of just go like he can whoosh to places.
Yes. Does it also take the form of an Ottoman?
An invisible Ottoman.
Ghost Ottoman.
Jeez. I mean, it sounds like you're just gonna have to go for it. Because, I mean, as long as you roll high, you could.
I can't believe you.
I mean, you could probably make it as long as you roll really high or just roll decent. Like,
right,
anything's possible with the dice, with good dice.
This sucks.
I can't even like breathe anymore.
I say just go for it.
There's no way for me to like the thing is too narrow and I'm definitely too wide to traverse this as an Ottoman. Is that right, Jack?
Just jump into the void.
I mean, I think you could attempt it.
Oh God.
I will say that because you have to some extent a blind sense, you are able to see beyond the waterfall.
Okay.
So you can see kind of what's near you and around this pond.
Okay.
And there are like some charred building remains that are near the pond.
Okay.
And some like old mining tools. There are some coils of rope that seem to have been untouched by fire, though how sturdy they might be after a few decades remains to be seen.
Okay.
So
okay, I'm gonna go investigate these surroundings. Can I do that? Like these charred remains?
So those are on the other side of the pond. You can perceive them
Okay.
through the waterfall because of this magical sight you have.
Because of Ottoman sense, gotcha.
Yes. But to
It's
get over
it's
there,
like spider sense, but for an Ottomans.
right? But getting over there is like your challenge
Gotcha.
right now.
Gotcha.
So,
Problematic. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the room with the skeletons.
Okay.
Shuffle, shuffle,
Okay,
shuffle.
Several shuffles later.
Yeah.
All right.
What can I perceive in this room with my Ottoman sense?
You perceive several untouched zombie bodies or skeleton bodies.
Okay. I was like, zombie bodies, that's new.
And you detect the remnants of the skeleton bodies that you killed.
Okay.
And that's about it. There is one body with a sword stuck through it.
Okay.
But that's it.
I think you're good on swords.
He already has a sword.
Yeah, I'm like Battle Roomba right now, so
Like my stomach hurts. I've been laughing so much.
Yeah. Scratch's stomach hurts because it's been contorted into an Ottoman shape.
well, I have 25 HP and an armor class of 18. I don't think like
It's 16, I think.
16? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, listen. Yeah, I don't think I want to enter combat with skeletons at this point, or any kind of combat with anyone. Yeah, like you idiots.
And we might have exploded.
Hey,
so
you're an Ottoman too. Just saying.
You're the first one who got this.
But I didn't know what it was.
That's true.
See, I have the.
I didn't know either, but I mean, it was probably a pretty good guess.
You were the last one.
It was a very in-character decision, and I love it.
Yeah,
It was.
a very
I had to
in-character
do
decision.
Yeah.
I had to. Again, it wasn't me. It was Gnome Suni.
Yeah, I know, and Well, I mean, the other thing is, it's like I tried to warn you like the entire time. I was like, voice of reason. Hello, why don't you listen to me?
Suni doesn't listen. This is why we get in these situations and we don't listen.
The fact that
It wasn't a
the
terrible
other part
guess.
of it is the only reason we've gotten out of these situations is because of my level-headed thinking and need for survival. The fact that you didn't listen to me after all the bullshit that we've been through should have been like,
we don't learn
should
either.
have been like,
We don't
hey,
listen and we don't learn.
Listen to Barphus. He's obviously the voice of reason. And
Basically, we should all start wearing wristbands that say what would Barphus do on them for future reference.
WWBD.
we did. And now Barphus is on its own
Yeah.
to clean up our mess.
Truly a brave little toaster.
I think you should just go for it. Go for it.
you really think
Of
I
course you
should?
do.
You think I should?
I mean, you're the luckiest roller here.
Am I?
Yes.
Not really.
Yeah.
He's gonna get eaten by like.
I mean, as long as you get to Vern, what's the problem?
Well, I mean, there's like an impending kobold attack, and also like
But once you explain what's happening, as a
And these people are going to see a talking Ottoman and react how?
yeah.
I mean, in a world of magic and dragons, is a living Ottoman really the strangest things these people have seen?
They are
living,
also country bumpkins.
yeah. Living is a bit of an overstatement here.
What is life?
Literally.
What? So what remains of Barphus kind of stays still for a moment and contemplates the situation, unsure of how
for a
to-
moment.
Yeah.
For a moment, becoming simply an Ottoman.
Yeah.
End scene.
Oh, okay. I have a question. I don't need
Yes?
to sleep, and I don't need to eat anymore either, right?
No.
Okay. I was just curious. It's like, you know, how many of my, I guess, living features did I pertain? But I guess consciousness is about it, and movement,
And movement.
sort
yeah.
of.
You also have like some rudimentary like feeling in your limbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were to get attacked, it would, I guess, hurt.
Yeah,
You'd
probably.
be in pain.
Yeah, probably.
Do Ottomans feel pain?
Oh no. So it was a conscious Ottoman.
Well, no, that's
Man,
Yeah,
imagine
that's-
if we had the foresight to cast Identify Magic or whatever on the Ottoman. We could have known it was a person and maybe got a hint.
well. I mean that guy's. I mean, whoever that was, they're dead.
Moot point now.
Yeah, they're dead. Like there's
No help from that
They're
person.
very dead.
Get
Yeah.
anything out of them. Maybe we can absorb the corpse for signs of a cure
Oh god.
or something.
um.
Hmm.
Oh.
I'm so mad at you right now.
It's not me.
Yeah, I'm extra
It's
mad
no
at you.
Suni.
I'm extra mad at you.
Aw.
Couldn't it just listened?
So what do you do about this
No.
waterfall situation?
Well, I mean, I'm inside the skeleton room.
I know. What are you doing?
I like honestly, I have no idea. Like what? I have no idea what to do at this point.
Man, I'm so glad I'm the one that's least to blame for all of this.
I mean, like honestly, like my gut feeling is our adventure is gonna come to an end right now. Like
Oh, what a great way to end this, like, comedy of errors of a campaign just turning into furniture and being stuck in a cave.
Or figure out a creative solution.
yeah.
Or that. I mean, I still think you could go for the waterfall, and just if you roll high, you'll make it. Otherwise, what? I mean,
Can I get like a DM input and be like, is this literally my only course of action right now?
Pray to DM.
I think that is the only way out. But you do have a few tools at your disposal, or maybe some creative problem solving
Creative
to figure out a way to, if you do have to just swim for it, maybe there's a way you can make it so that you're not going to fall into an abyss.
You can backstroke us.
I can think of at least 2 ways.
Huh.
All right.
Cast persuasion on DM.
That's out of the box thinking.
Yeah. Do I still have like
You
my
don't
my speech abilities, like persuasion and?
Yeah, you retain all of your social and mental abilities.
You're like pretty much like, hey God,
Yeah, you could
here's a song.
you could pray for
Get me
divine
out of this
intervention
mess.
if you want. It's not out of the question.
God, I only have religion +3. Like, there's no way God's gonna be like, hey, yeah,
Hey, you never know.
hey, big guys, can I get a Deus Ex Machina here? All right, here's what I choose to do. I'm
Okay.
going to. Is it still like light out? Like, if I were to go back to like the cursed room where all this bullshit happened.
I mean, can you actually tell daylight? Can you?
He has like a blind sight.
I have Ottoman perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is dark out
Okay, it's dark
as
out
far as you
now.
can tell, but it doesn't affect your vision at all.
Yeah, so like I got straight predator mode now. Sick.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sick. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna, I guess, saunter back to the cursed room.
Okay.
All right.
You saunter back.
I stop in the rune circle.
Okay, good. An explosion follows.
Okay.
That would have sucked if you forgot about
and
that.
then no, I know better.
Oh, that would have been great. That's what gets you.
And then you make it back to the cursed room.
Has anything changed since I left? I can't imagine. Like has like the blood like what happened with the blood?
Okay, the blood has begun to congeal on the ground.
Okay.
And
And
magically turned us from Ottomans to people
it's
again.
just
Yay.
slowly seeping from the wound.
Okay.
I guess.
I like. Well, I mean, like in half. Like
Yeah.
like this thing is cut in half.
It's not a mere wound.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big wound.
Just a minor scrape.
Your Ottoman's in half. It's a pretty big wound.
Or a doctor.
Yeah.
Should get a carpenter to fix him.
No, what you need is like an Ottoman
Some weird
like an Ottoman repair guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Oh
basically.
yeah, this Ottoman needs a new heart
Yeah.
and a liver.
Oh my god.
This Ottoman's kind of dead. Can you revive it?
Okay. Take it back to IKEA.
God, I'm so mad at both of you.
This is my fault.
You just stare with your Ottoman senses and just glare at us, and we can somehow feel it,
Okay.
even though we're not conscious.
Yeah.
We feel shame. Unconscious shame.
How long until morning?
Probably, judging by when you came in, it was probably about 1:00 in the afternoon. And you've been working your way through all of this, the stuff with the skeletons, and now the stuff with the Ottoman. I would say it's probably about 7 or 8 p.m. at
Okay.
this point.
All right. I choose.
You can use that sleep spell.
No, I can't because I don't have the components.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, I can't use catnap or anything like that.
I'm already taking one.
So you just sit there alone for 8 hours.
As a chair.
So, yeah.
We're just taking a nice little stress-free break from
Yeah.
consciousness.
Yeah.
God, I would use vicious mockery on you both.
It can affect us.
Can't it? Technically, it
know.
does damage.
I mean, we're like in mental Ottoman limbo.
We're stuck in purgatory right now, so if that makes you feel any better.
Do I have a bit of fleece at my disposal?
I imagine that.
Go use the dead Ottoman. Just rip it out.
I imagine, yeah, you could get some fleece off of the dead Ottoman. Yes.
Okay.
Another great sentence.
Okay. I acquire I guess some I use Mage Hand to acquire like some wood and some fleece and some various threads from our now departed Ottoman. The
Oh,
curse.
God. Does it have little bits of bone and like
Yeah.
people?
Like
in it?
I acquire as much as as much as materials as I'm able to from
Okay.
Oh my God, you're gonna make a little Ottoman raft.
Oh my god.
yeah I'm not no it's horrible but
Might work.
Yes, that is horrible.
Yeah.
That is the part of it that is
yeah.
horrible.
Well no
Yes.
everything's horrible, but I'm at least respecting, like, you know, the original Ottoman that did this to all of us, the asshole.
Yeah.
We would never be here without that Ottoman.
And I wait until morning.
Okay.
Okay.
You wait.
Okay. Please let me know whenever the sun is coming up.
I mean, you're in there and you're counting your Mississippis.
Does he have an existential crisis?
And you figure that the sun is coming up.
Well, you said that there was a skylight in this room, right?
It seemed to be a skylight, but it's sending in it. You're far underground,
Okay.
and it's sending in bright sunlight, and it was evening.
Okay, so that light was always there.
hmm Yep.
Okay.
Magic.
Okay. I choose to
It'd be great if you woke up and it was all just a horrible dream.
It was all no, I never went to sleep.
Yeah, you're not granted the reprieve of sleep.
Ottomans don't sleep.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
I move into this light.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
And then a single
Nothing
tear.
happens.
Nothing happens. Okay.
This is why I hate puzzles, by the way.
This isn't a puzzle. This is a curse.
This is a situation
Yeah,
that is not a puzzle.
Yeah, this is like, I mean,
But it's a puzzle to figure
there are
out what the hell.
There are definitely like puzzle elements to this situation, but also like, no, this is like just a horrible, bad, terrible situation that we have found ourselves in. Like everything about this is just, it's like it's not a puzzle. It's not like
This is purgatory.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. I'll get there. But I'm gonna what god do I pray to?
Oh.
It's a good question. There's Tyr is a popular god, though not around here.
Okay.
If you can judge by the way people don't seem to care about the priest you met in town's temple being overrun. So you could pray to Tyr.
Mm-hmm.
There's Yandala, the goddess of luck, and halflings. There's, like, what kind of a deity are you trying to pray to? Like a god of death? A god of...
No.
Yeah.
I pray these two die because I hate
exactly.
them.
I pray to the god of death to further screw over my now transformed compatriots.
No.
Yeah. Like, is there like a god of healing or
A god of anti-Ottoman.
can I create a god that like helps me transform from an Ottoman into not an Ottoman anymore?
More man than Otto?
Yes, correct.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I am looking at different gods in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition because I don't know them all.
Thank you.
Turns out the solution was the god that was in your heart all along. Don't even know what that means. I'm an Ottoman.
There is like the goddess of hearth and home, the goddess of fertility and protection.
Okay.
The god of protection, just straight up. There's I guess if you wanted to go kind of like I don't know, like what has Barphus spent a lot of time with orcs?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Barphus was a lonely traveler. Now he's an Ottoman.
Okay. Sharindlar is a dwarven goddess
Okay.
of healing.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna take my chances. And you know what? Using my Ottoman communication extrasensory thing,
Mm-hmm.
I cast minor illusion to conjure the image of whatever god will listen to a poor unfortunate soul.
Wait.
Okay.
Roll for religion.
Yeah. So you're sending out a message, not to one god in particular, but to all the gods.
To any god that will take pity.
To any god.
Wait,
Okay.
any god? I don't know about that.
It's
That might be.
what choice do I have? Like, okay, like this is step number 1,
I don't know.
and like step number 2 is gonna be let's go to the waterfall and test our luck. Okay,
I'm just
So-
saying it's kind of dangerous.
so I rolled a 13 and I have +3 in religion, so 16.
Okay, let me think about what this means just for a minute.
We're here to just challenge the hell out of you, Jack.
So just for my visual, are you like in a prayer position, like your little
Let's see.
stick hands, like in prayer mode?
Yeah, in a prayer position,
Oh, no.
Ottoman prayer
Just
position.
kneeling down as an
No.
Ottoman somehow?
Oh,
Sure.
question. In my
Yes.
vague understanding of my own Ottoman being, like, do I have like blood and shit inside of me? Am I like am I like
I mean,
Squishy.
am I like the other cursed Ottoman?
it would be reasonable to assume, like, you
Okay.
don't really feel like, you don't really feel much about your insides just
Okay.
on your own, but it might be a safe assumption.
It would be
to assume
reasonable
you're
to assume. I
built
got
like
it.
the other one. Yeah.
Okay. Would it have been a good idea to try to intimidate the original Ottoman into coughing up the sword?
I don't think that.
I don't know that
I
would
don't
have
think
done anything.
The other Ottoman was conscious to be intimidated, right?
Since I imagine the gods are omniscient to a certain point, like I'm basically asking for the help of whatever god has seen my plight.
Yeah.
I guess that would be all the gods, right?
This is just not anything I had in mind, so I'm just trying to figure out how
But you
this
made the
goes.
Ottoman curse.
I did.
You
You
made this.
I didn't think
You should have
everyone.
known we'd be idiots enough to all turn into Ottoman.
Are you telling me you didn't see all this coming in advance, Jack?
Let's see. Do you have an idea of what sort of image you're projecting?
It's just minor illusion.
Vaguely humanoid.
Yeah, vaguely humanoid.
Okay. Your illusion takes on a tall form, but it doesn't really take on any definite features, although you can seemingly make out some pointed ears as if an elf.
Okay.
And you just hear, and not coming from the figure itself, but just echoing around you.
Mm-hmm.
You've met with a miserable fate, haven't you?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Man. He's just fed up.
Oh, this is delicious. I haven't seen a mortal in your predicament in centuries. And you call upon all gods, and yet here I am. What can I do for you, tiny mortal?
May I ask who you are?
Well, I go by many names, but my most famous name, I suppose, would be Erevan Lasser.
All right, I'm
doesn't sound good.
asking the DM directly. Can you tell me?
Yes.
Can you tell me about?
Whatever you just said.
Yeah, what have you brought
Your
up to this?
character wouldn't know this, but
Okay.
that is the elven god of mischief.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great.
Lovely.
Summon Loki.
The elven god of mischief. Okay.
Sweet.
Well, I appreciate you taking your time to be here.
I wasn't busy.
As you can imagine, my choices are limited in my situation.
I imagine. The form takes on the proportions of a buxom lady elf.
Nice titties.
does Barphus say that?
No, he doesn't.
What was that? Like a 14-year-old.
That is not Barphus talking.
A 14-year-old
That is
boy.
me saying things for commentary.
Like a teenager. Boom, titties. Woo.
I'm like the little black kid from Role Models who's all like, "Oh, booby,
Nice titties.
have you all seen that movie?"
No.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on Netflix, so it's amazing. Like, watch it.
Okay. Oh my god, that caught me off guard. Nice titties.
Sweet boobies.
Whoa. Nipples.
Okay, so what was this god's name again?
Ereven.
Erevan. Okay.
Ereven Lesser.
Okay. Should I call them Erevan or Erevan Lesser?
Whatever Barphus would do.
Okay. Well, Erevan Lesser. Now that you're here.
By the way, as you're speaking, you feel as if there is a weight of attention bearing down on you, like how you feel when you're giving a speech to a crowd of people or a crowded crowd, except multiplied by 10,000 times.
Okay. I choose to ignore this because my speech is pretty high.
Barphus has performed in Madison Square Garden, all the big stadiums.
The world's greatest bard.
Okay, this is nothing to him.
At this point, yes.
I guess I choose to ignore this to the best of my ability as a persuasive speaker and an Ottoman.
You do notice that the lights, like your perception around this beam of light, like outside of it, seems to dim perceptively.
Okay. I don't understand. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what
Like, whereas
perceptively
you've been
means.
able to perceive just kind of in all directions, now it's as if you're just standing in a spotlight and you can only perceive the spotlight and the image in front of you.
Oh, okay.
This
No,
deity.
Okay, so I've sort of been like transported into a very like oppressive presence with me and the deity. Is that to my understanding?
I mean, maybe not transported, but your surroundings.
Okay,
feel as
so
if
I'm
they've been
surrounded.
altered.
Okay. All right. God, what do I ask this guy? Girl, this entity.
Think you persuaded the changes back?
Can you roll like persuasion?
Hold on, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Yep, he asked you what you want.
Well, me and my compatriots, in your all-knowing and I assume all-seeing existence, you know what kind of curse has befallen us, and we would like to undo what has befallen us.
I bet you would.
You're right, we would.
What exactly do you want me to do?
Well,
I could simply snap my fingers and undo it all, but there's no fun in that for me.
well, what would you consider fun? I'm at your mercy. Like,
No.
no.
I mean,
I'm just saying I don't have a lot of options here.
It depends. How big of a favor do you want me to do you? part of the darkness seems to intrude upon the sun ray and caress part of your cushions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's some bad touch. Bad touch.
I don't move, but I definitely, like, whatever's left of my consciousness, like, shifts uncomfortably.
You hear it giggle. As if aware that you're mentally shifted.
Yeah.
God, I really don't know what to do. Hold on, let me.
Waterfall sounding pretty nice.
Make
The
a
waterfall
deal.
is sounding really nice, Jesus.
Just saying, at least we know what to do.
Make a
It's
deal
something we
with the
can deal with.
god.
Yeah, the god is unpredictable. At least we know how to
You
deal
don't
with the
really have
waterfall.
any other options.
Yeah.
What would you want me to do for you, little mortal? I could dry up the river. I could transport you instantly to Vern. I could bring the priest here. I could do all sorts of things. But how much do you want to owe me?
Well, we are but humble adventurers, in service to the Queen. We typically don't ask for much. We live relatively humble lives and protect the people.
Speak for yourself. The forest is like my mansion.
If I asked of you to regain our forms, so we may continue, what would you have me do?
Oh, I have an idea, but it's also more fun if you don't know what it is until I ask.
Yay.
Is this the deal you wish to make? The bargain you wish to strike? Barphus the Bard.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
This guy's going to be resting his feet on us for all eternity.
I'm sorry.
Are we all bound to this deal?
I think it's only me that's bound to it.
Oh no.
But you guys are you guys are gonna be.
Well, we don't know.
You guys
that.
are gonna be complicit in this. Yeah, you guys.
Well, I mean,
you guys
we're
are gonna be
just-
complicit in this, but I think like I'm the one asking the favor here, and like honestly, you guys are definitely gonna have to be like, hey. So I'm going to have to be like, hey, I basically made a deal with the devil here, and now.
like
Yeah.
true Dragonguard always do.
Well, there's like a surefire death, or there's like the possibility of not dying, or
I mean, again, waterfall still looks
trust
pretty good.
me, I'm pretty sure like my luck's I'm pretty sure my luck's ran out at this point. So,
I mean, you could still make it.
I can't imagine that I can't like use persuasion to have him to convince him in order to tell me what he wants.
You could try.
I could try.
I mean, trying to out savvy basically Loki sounds pretty tough.
Yeah, no, I
Then
was.
why did you say something?
I'm just like, you know what? Like I knew that was part of the risk. Like I accepted that as a risk.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what was the god's name again?
Erevan.
Erevan
Erevan,
Lasser. Yeah, Erevan
Yeah.
Lasser. Okay.
By the way, as you are mulling over this, you become, it's almost as if your attention is purposely drawn directly to this creature's mouth area,
Mm-hmm.
where this entire time it's been very nebulous.
Mm-hmm.
This mouth comes into perfect focus for you, and it's grinning quite literally from ear to ear across its face.
Real Cheshire Cat shit.
Yeah.
Basically.
And a tongue too large for that face comes out and licks its lips before it disappears back into nebulousness.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't know about that.
All right.
I honestly didn't think it could get any more terrible than the
Yeah,
fire.
no, this whole is like
We proved you wrong.
yeah, this is horrible. All of it, like every single bit of it. Remember when I said like let's go do the thing, and you were all like, no, the cave.
I don't know.
Remember?
I don't remember.
Remember when I did
Again,
that?
not me.
Remember?
Noam Suni.
Remember?
I can't say I recall any of this. I remember Chuck, and then after that, everything else is pretty much a blur. Chuck's fault.
And I've just been neutral. Just an Ottoman.
Just the
God.
Ottoman here. Jeez.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying that the risk we're running with this god is that he might screw us over anyway because he's the god of mischief.
We're gonna be
Okay.
worse Ottomans.
All right.
I think it's worth keeping that in mind.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to accept the terms, but hold on. But whatever Erevan Lasser wishes, it's only meant to happen to me.
Oh. After all the shit we put you through.
That's all I got.
Oh. We're not worthy.
Barphus taking the bullet of mischief. I feel like you're gonna have to convince him of this, though. Do you think you can persuade him? Because I don't think he's gonna go for it.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna straight pitch it to him.
Okay.
Erevan Lasser, I've considered your terms. I wish for me and my compatriots to be returned to our original forms upon the condition that I and I alone be indebted to you upon a time of your choosing.
You would take the cost of 3 lives onto your own.
I don't really have much of a choice here, do I?
No, you don't. I will not accept your term. If you are to make this request of me, then you and your companions will be mine until I release you.
Can I get a timeline on that?
I come at a time.
Before we sign the lease on our souls, can we get like the terms? Is it a 6
Do we have a
month, 12
development
month?
plan?
Yeah, like,
Can we pay
payments.
interest over time?
I come at the times and places of my choosing, mortal. And I will call in the debt that is owed me when it is most convenient for me and my enjoyment. To live at my pleasure.
Can I suggest Can I suggest me and perhaps the monkey?
The monkey has to pay the debt. Oh my god.
what else is that money good for?
Can I interest you in this nice? Can I interest you in this nice ape Ottoman?
This thing used to be a real ape, you know?
That was a really sweet monkey.
Jeez. I think that in the interest of fairness, we should probably ask what the apes feels about this.
Oh my god.
Saying it's only ethical.
Yeah, the monkey that was just conjured from nothingness. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. I attempt to persuade with my original terms.
All right.
I'm rolling.
Oh my god, this works.
12, and then my persuasion is 8, so 20.
Aha!
Bam.
Yeah, take that, Lasser.
He simply smiles and says,
You accept the terms, or I leave you here to struggle out of the current of the abyss outside.
Damn it.
No.
But he rolled a 20. That beats gods. Right? It's the god killer.
Can I Ottoman intimidate him?
you can try.
No, it's not gonna.
He's already pissed off, though.
Like,
he's gonna leave.
There's no way. I shake
kill
my
us.
little stubby leg at him.
It's like, oh, intimidate.
You, after this attempt at persuasion, and he says that he'll leave and put you, leave you to struggle against the abyss outside.
Yeah.
You feel as if the darkness around you has risen like a tide.
Okay.
And you are in this dark water that is lapping at your Ottoman bottom. Your bottoman.
Don't like that.
I was waiting for it.
Jeez.
No,
So wait, did he leave? He's still
no,
there?
No, he's still there.
No, he's still there, but he's just like
Okay.
conjuring the vision, and it's just like, hey,
Just trying to intimidate you with it.
at least I imagine that's what is happening.
That sounds
Okay.
like...
Damn.
If only you went
He
to the water.
he didn't go for it. All right.
Take the deal.
Seriously?
We don't have a choice.
All right.
We're Ottomans. Yeah, we could just sit here as Ottomans forever.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a real alternative. You can try the waterfowl.
But then
If
if he
I-
falls, that's it.
Yeah.
But only if he rolls horribly. Like, there's still a chance that he could pull it off. We don't have to
Yeah.
make a demon pact.
Irvin Lasser, if I choose something different, will the terms lessen, or are those your terms?
You know what? Those are now the only terms I will accept.
Damn.
We just stop negotiating.
Haggling with a god does you no good, Master Barphus.
You called me master.
Really? That's what you're going? Really? You're hanging your hat on that? Is that what's really now? Is that...
Then
His laughter seems to come from 10,000 different voices around you
Oh.
before ending abruptly.
Then Irvin
terrifying.
Lasser, since I have no options left, I accept your terms. All three of us will be indebted to you.
Then it is done.
And with that, all of a sudden your awareness is shifted to the entire room, and suddenly everything goes dark, and the three of you as one, along with the ape, begin a slow and agonizing transformation back into
lovely.
humans, or humanoids.
Back into your respective forms.
Right.
Gnome Suni is crouched over on the floor and just throws up.
The minor illusion that you cast is now just kind of walking around the room, and it walks over to the ape, simply takes its hand and says,
I will be taking this with me. I do hope you enjoy your deal.
And we're just like, what the hell is that thing?
and with that, he just walks out of the room.
Like through
and
the wall, or
disappears.
what?
Yeah.
Or through the hallway.
Through a door that it appears in the wall and then shuts and just is no more.
And with that, we bring this episode to a close.
Gnome Suni's crying on the floor.
Okay.
But
Can I make
but
sure? Can I make sure these idiots aren't touching like the blood or anything?
Shortly after,
We just run over to the dead Ottoman and touch it.
Remember, I will come for the price of this bargain. Soon enough, I think. Don't worry.
No, Suni's still crying.
He's still crying. I kind of am I sitting or am I like hunched over on all fours or what?
You're all
You're just
hunched over
pissed.
on all fours. I think all of you feel an
We're
urge
like
to
Ottoman
vomit.
shaped.
Yeah, okay.
But I already
All right,
did.
everybody
so...
throws
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, in unison, just perfectly timed, synchronized vomit.
Ew.
So wait, do we know that Barphus did this? Like, I know we were, like, not conscious, but could we hear what was going on in the room? Like, do we have an awareness of what just happened?
You were all conscious while you were in Ottoman form.
Great. So Gnome Suni
Horrible.
killed a guy.
You just couldn't sense anything around
That's why she's
you.
crying. She realized that while she was an Ottoman.
Also, you
No, no
the
more.
Ottoman
No.
that got bisected is
Oh,
now
No,
God.
no,
an elven woman.
Oh.
no, Valar.
That
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I don't want to have like a sword inside of me, so
you're okay. It's,
okay.
it's
It
just
like
next
it
to
like
you.
clattered on the ground. Okay,
along with the
the
ballista.
ballista. Okay, can I add that sword to my equipment?
Yes, you
Oh
may.
my god. After all that.
I'm gonna recoup my dagger loss somehow.
I think that's the least of our problems at this point.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna try and make the best of this situation. So okay, free sword, sort of.
So wait, so was it so much that we were aware that the god like tell us like transmit it into our heads or what?
Yeah, I imagine that it was just
Like he, I don't know.
I think that because of this god being 100% aware of the situations you're all in, was also making it, I guess, beaming it directly into your conscious space.
right. So God beam.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you were aware of it.
This guy's gonna show up at the most inconvenient time, I can tell.
Well, that didn't go how I thought it would.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean,
Nothing ever does.
Yeah.
we're never gonna get where we need to go. Ever.
At least not maybe in the conventional way.
Yeah,
I thought
remember?
I thought this session under like best/worst case scenario would turn into like a Brave Little Toaster type adventure where it's three Ottomans working together, because the skill check to become like retain your faculties and like be animate was very low. You just both failed at it.
And then it turned into a horror.
And yeah, I didn't think you were gonna get caught in that cave, and I also didn't
Well,
think that you were
you
gonna pray
created
to
this.
all gods.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing for you to do. Like I knew I was afraid of something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm gonna go have Ottoman nightmares now. Thanks, guys.
Like yeah, anytime I see an Ottoman now, I'm just
Marcus,
Just
I'm
Well, don't
surprised
check
you
your
trust
Twitter messages.
Marcus, after everything that happened to you with furniture in Dungeons and Dragons, I'm surprised you were the one who just walked up and was like, "Yeah, this looks fine. This isn't weird at all."
I mean, it wasn't. It was just the sword. It was just the sword and a chair. I didn't like Excalibur. Like you don't think about the rock. Like I said,
No.
you just. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I would have never guessed it'd be something like that. If anything, I thought maybe the room would react, not.
Why would
Yeah.
you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Why would I think that? So that's 2 now. I'm 0-2 against furniture. So now that we've resolved this, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Was there any way that we could have gotten out of this pickle without praying to God, basically?
I mean, without doing anything else, it would have been real hard.
All right. What were you suggesting? You were like, you have some options here. What were the options you were considering?
So in my head, I was thinking like use like some wood shavings and like a string to cast Unseen Servant. And then like maybe you pick up some of the bones that you left behind in the skeleton room. And by the way, good idea not to touch any of the skeletons.
Okay.
Because you never figured 100% out how that room works. So every time you touched a sword, it would create another skeleton with another sword.
Yeah.
And if you touched the skeleton that appeared, like one of those skeletons, they would all animate. All the skeletons in the room would animate at the same time and attack you. So good call not touching the skeletons when you were an Ottoman.
Magic hand, bitch. Or mage hand.
You could have picked up the bones of the skeletons you had already killed.
Okay.
And so like ideally what I was thinking is like you take those bones and you get the Unseen Servant to go like around to the other side or cast it again on the other side of the pond and have it like get some of the old rope. Maybe pick up like a pickaxe or something and bring it over and like fashion kind of like what you did
like
with
a grappling hook.
Not even like, well, either fashion like make sure the rope's okay and then tie it around like even a rickety piece of something on the other side to fasten you or a rock maybe.
Yeah.
And tie it and have the Unseen Servant tie it to you. And then attempt to swim over, because then even if you fail, you're not going to go over the edge.
Yeah.
Or like make some kind of like grate, like a primitive, really probably rickety grate out of like bones and like pieces of old wood and stuff like that.
Okay.
And have the Unseen Servant construct it like over the edge, like kind of where the water's flowing over the edge into the abyss, so that you can just kind of like doggy paddle without getting pushed over, something like that. It still would have been time consuming and stuff. But I think you could have done it those ways.
Okay.
And there might have been like other ways too that I didn't think of.
Okay.
But
that's some crazy MacGyver bullshit right there.
yeah, like it would have been a whole lot easier if one of you had been a human or
one of us was.
Up until Gnome Suni turned into an Ottoman, I was thinking maybe you just cast water walking again and walk out and you go get someone to help and everything's gonna be okay. And then she turned into an Ottoman.
Nope, we're gonna make a deal with the devil.
You guys really you went big. You never go small, do you?
I'm just saying. I tried to be like, hey, you know what? Don't touch the Ottoman, even with the sword. We tried that already.
To be fair, destroying the Ottoman was not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I was.
It was just making sure, you know. Sometimes you gotta destroy the curse to break it.
No, instead of I murdered someone.
That literally never works.
What? That's worked before.
Okay, sometimes it works, but I'm just saying, like, we collectively, like, you know, out of character, saw an ape touch the sword to an Ottoman, and they get transformed into an Ottoman. I'm not sure what you were expecting.